Hello friends, good morning. Welcome to my channel RPA blog at Sunil. Today is our first session on RPA. We'll have some basic introduction about RPA and we'll have some agendas today. We all will go through on it and we'll understand the concept of RPA thoroughly. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so these are all agendas for today's topic. What is RPA? Architecture of RPA, benefits of RPA, features of RPA, RPA project executed. The how that project is going to executed. So that we'll see. An example of the RPA applications. Okay, first we'll understand what is RPA. Okay, RPA stand for Robotic Process Automation, a process that uses the robots to automate business operations. RPA eliminates the repetitive task and increasing the efficiency and reducing the errors. Okay, so word-wise description also you can see that robotic means which is an entity which has the capacity to mimic the human actions. The process is nothing but a step-by-step procedure. Okay, that we can call it as a process. And the automation is that task that happens automatically without human interventions. Okay, all three together you can call it as a RPA. Okay, so first we'll understand the concept of RPA in brief word and then we'll understand thoroughly while doing the practical sessions. Okay, we'll move on to the next slide. So here we can see that the automation anywhere architecture with a centralized management system. Okay, so there are mainly three components of the automation anywhere architectures. So here we can see one is control room and second one is the bot creator and third one is the bot runner. Okay, the bot creator and bot runners are going to connecting to this control room. Okay, so bot creators are using a bot creator, so then only we can create our bots. For that reason we are using our bot creators. And so here you can see that developer 1, developer 2 and developer 3. So those are like you so who are the developers, so they need to use the bot creator license to develop the bots. Okay, and it is nothing but our RDP machine or the physical machine. And bot runner, so using the bot runner, whatever the bots we have created using the bot creator licenses, so that we need to run it in particular RDP machines. For that we need a bot runner license. Okay, we need to use that bot runner license to run our bots. And control room is going to managing all these activities like user management in the sense to create a user, assign a role, and use that creator license and bot runner license to particular machine, and source control, dashboard, and license management. All these activity you can see once you have the control room. So once we log into the control room, these options we can see later. Okay, let's move on this control room centralized management system. How this centralized management system will work. So in the control room, what and all activity we can manage using the control room. Here you can see all this. Okay, one is control room server proxy. The server proxy is uh, managing all these activities, licensing part, and control room services, messaging, caching, scheduler, visualization, so bot inside. So these all these things we can see once we have the control room. Okay, and here that persistent DB is also available. So this one I will just explain to you like how we can using this Elasticsearch engine. Okay, suppose this is like whenever you are logging to the control room by entering the username and password, so this is going to store in the Elasticsearch, persistent DB. It is like a temporary DB, and if you are going to log in to the control room next time, so it will not fetch your details from the origin control room. Instead of that, it will take it from this temporary DB, persistent DB. Like the persistent DB is donates a process or object that continues to exist even after its parent process or the object ceases. Like if it is killed also, that parent process is killed also, it is still work. Or the system that runs, it is turn off. Okay, if it is turn off also, it will run. And for this control room, we are using one of our SQL server, or one SQL server is mandatory to connect our control room because we need to store our activities in the SQL database, right? So for that we are using the SQL to connect our control room. And external key vault, it is nothing but once you install the I mean automation anywhere in your system. So there are two types of installation which is available. One is cloud based and the second one is on-premise. So on-premise means we need to install that in our machine, and cloud based means so it is installing in the automation control room like this one. So in this control room only it is installing. So only thing is we'll have the URL, just we need to use that URL to log into the control room. That is cloud based. And the on-premise means so we are installing the application in our machine and we'll get one URL. So using that one also we'll log in. So once you are creating the control room, so by that time we'll get that control room will get generated this external key vault. Okay, that key we need to store in somewhere else. Like suppose if you are doing any restarting the control room or you are uninstalling the control room, so that time we need that key to reconnect to this control room. So for that we are using this external key vault. Okay, so next we'll go on the next slide. So here we'll see the benefits of RPA automation. Okay, so efficiency. So these are all the benefits: efficiency, lower cost, accuracy, flexibility, higher production. Okay, we'll see one by one. So in terms of like what is efficiency, RPA automates so repetitive and role-based tasks, reducing the human effort and improving the overall processes. Okay, so that is called as a efficiency. And when it comes to the cost, okay, by automating a task the previously performed by humans, RPA reduces the labor cost and allows organizations to allocate the resources more effectively. Okay, it is a lowering cost. And accuracy, like see, the RPA eliminates the risk of human errors. Like if someone human is working, okay, suppose they need to log into the Outlook and send thousands together emails to the customers. So they need to update some of the uh, credit and debit values in the email body. So they may miss it. Okay, so that's why. So like robotics are like machines, so that will not do any mistakes. Okay, and so for that reason only it is going to eliminate the risk of human errors, ensuring consistency and accurate execution of the task, which can lead to the better data quality and the reduced the rework. Okay, and then we'll go to the flexibility, so it is more flexible. Okay, RPA can scale up or down based on the demands. Okay, allowing organizations to handle the increased workload efficiently and adapt to changing the business needs as well. So that much it is flexible, and then higher productivity as well. So once we move that code to the production, so we'll not get any more errors like a human. So it is a machine, it is doing with high productivity in terms of the benefits. So these are all the RPA benefits, and then we'll move on to the features of RPA automation. Like log into any application. Okay, suppose if you are logging to the Oracle applications, you can using this automation anywhere you can able to log into that application, and SAP application also you can log in. Like your Gmail, like your Facebook, Twitter, Google. So whatever the application, web-based application, you can using this RPA automation tool, you can log in and then move files and folders. Like suppose you have some folders, inside that folder you are having some files. You can loop through all the folders and take the files and move that particular files to another folder, and you can move that files to the FTP. Okay, file transfer protocol. So you can move that, and you can move that files to the SharePoint. Okay, all the commands are available in the RPA. By using that, you can do this activity like moving files from one folder to another folder, moving folder from folder. That also you can do. Read and write to the database. We are having some commands to uh, do some functionality with the database, like get retrieving the data, inserting the data, deleting the data. So that command also you can write You can write a store procedure as well. Store procedure, triggers, functions, all activities we can um, do it in the automation anywhere. And scrap data from the web application. I mean, from web page you can scrap any data from the web page. Okay, you can extract all the data from the web page, table, content, whatever you need it based on your requirement. You can use this RPA tool, and it has the capability to extract the data from any web page and connect to system API. We can call all the APIs like REST API, SOAP API. That activity is also available. By using this tool, you can activate that. You can do that activity. Extract content from documents, PDF, emails, and forms. So these are all the these commands also available. We can extract data from PDFs. You can send an email. You can read email body. You can download attachments from the email. Okay, you can open the Outlook. You can do with any activity by using this Outlook and email commands. Make calculations. Okay, suppose if you are having any calculation part, you can do it in Excel part. So that also you can do it by using this one. So these are all the features of RPA automation. So this is very good tool to automate all the repetitive tasks. Okay, so we'll move on to the next slide. So RPA projects execution, like how we need to execute our project. Okay, so this is the starting point. The first phase will be discovery phase. In discovery phase, so we are taking the requirement. After taking the requirement, what we need to do, check whether the process is eligible to be automated or not. Okay, that we need to check. Suppose that process we can able to automate, then yes. Then we need to measure the complexity of the process, like it is easy, medium, or tough. Okay, so if suppose this is not possible to complete the task, then you need to inform the client that the process cannot be automated. Okay, we'll next move on to the yes side now. So then after measuring the complexity of the process, so we need to analyze the benefits of the automation. Okay, then after that we'll move on to the solution design. We need to design some solutions like creating the process definition document. We need to create a PDD, flow charts. Okay, and then after creating the process PDD, then we need to decide the budget. So how many people are required to develop this bot? Okay, after that, create the object model flowchart. We need to define one flowchart and then choose RPA tool. Okay, we need to choose the RPA tool. Okay, this is comes under solution design, and then we need to connect to this development phase. In development phase, automation script referring to PDD. So based on that, we need to develop and test the automation script in pre-production environment. So that is UAT, user acceptance test. We need to test that bot thoroughly. And if there are any errors in the UAT side, it again bot goes back to the development phase. And then if UAT is successful, then it is going to deploy the bot in production environment. And again in production also it will going to check, like suppose if there are any errors, again it is going back to the development phase. If all the UAT sign off is done, development deployment is also done, and then you need to execute the bot and to generate the meaningful results, and then it is going to end the process. So this is how we need to execute the project. Okay, we'll move on to the next slide. We are having some example of RPA automation applications. We can automate the Oracle applications, ServiceNow, Salesforce, SAP, and Microsoft applications like Excel, Word, and any etc. I have mentioned. So that also we can automate. And any web application also we need to automate. Okay, uh, thank you for watching. So this is all about the RPA introduction, and uh, we'll see you in the next session. Thank you.